Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft Gamemode 4 G4 server. You know exactly what we're going to be doing this episode, if you saw the last episode that is, because we are, of course, going to be starting our Elder Guardian farm. Hi. Let's head up here and I'll show you what I've done so far. Believe me, it's not a lot. I was going to clear out this entire room, but then I thought, hey, wait a minute, I should probably bring you guys in and let you know what the plan is. So obviously we've got to clear out a massive space, and we're going to build a big enough room so we can put our room that we stand in on the inside, and then on the outside of that there's loads of space for the Elder Guardians to move around. So it's going to be like a big warehouse, and then we'll construct like an artificial room and the farm on the inside. So I've started off by measuring out in the test world. We have to go across by 19 blocks in that direction, then up by 7, then we go across in this direction by 11, then 8, and then we have to go down about another 8 blocks. So it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, but I don't think it's going to take as long as I thought it would, because we have the instant mine, which is terrific. But I just want to crack on with this. So there's one thing I'm going to say at the beginning of this video, actually two things. First of all, if you've been enjoying the Game Mode 4 videos, don't forget to leave a like. It's always appreciated when you guys do that, and you know, it does make a big difference to the channel and the videos. And secondly, if you have any ideas for projects that we could do here in Game Mode 4, then please do leave them down below, because once this one is done, I'm sort of short of ideas. There are a few other things that we could do, but basically a lot of projects that are vanilla I'd rather do on Hermitcraft. So I'm interested in doing things that use the Game Mode 4 features, and I kind of feel like I've run out of ideas beyond doing some more mob farms using the cages. So if you've got any ideas, leave them in the description box below. That'll be truly appreciated, you guys, because I love to get some ideas and some inspiration for things to do, of course. But anyway, let's crack on with this. Let's start digging all of this space out, clearing out this big room so we can actually build our farm. So, big open room. This is pretty much what it's going to be like. And of course we're going to build our actual room sort of in the middle here. This is like the floor space right here. I think I went one too far back at the end. But now we can start with the aesthetics as well. I think I want to make the entire room out of, let's see, sea lanterns and some of the prismarine blocks, and maybe something quite similar to what we did down here actually. I like this texture, it's cool. And I don't know, we're going to have to look through, but we're going to start thinking about that pretty soon because we're going to put in the floor soon, then start building the room around it. So over here is where the spawner is going to be, and in the test world I built that with a load of glass. I might do that again. I've been thinking about making it so there's some windows on the inside room, the way there's going to be a big window, oh hello, into the spawner room itself, and in that way you'll be able to see the room behind it, which probably isn't going to look too interesting and looks a bit messy, so we might replace all of this with snow. As I say, it seems a little bit tedious and it's probably not going to look that great, so maybe we won't, but that's something I'll be thinking about as we go along. So the only other thing to do really is to dig some trenches down the side here where the Elder Guardians come up, and I think we need a little bit more room down here, but that is it, and it doesn't feel quite as big as I thought it was going to be. And also this room has had loads of bats come into it from out of these caves, and they keep blowing stuff up, which is kind of annoying, so I need to crack on. I should probably just fill these in temporarily. I don't know why I haven't done that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So anyway, I'm going to go grab some blocks. We're going to start figuring out the aesthetics of this room. Ah, that reminds me. I've already seen this, but it's amazing every time I open the chest. So you remember we got this little message, a taste of what's possible when you use the fortune shop. This is from XP, so not already have we got those for free. We gave him a load of my ores, and just look at this. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. So much lapis there. So much coal blocks. Hey, maybe we could use these as a building material. And look at all of those diamonds. A stack of diamond blocks. That is absolutely amazing. But check that out. That is actually a really nice texture. And what's funny is I've just been playing around in the test world trying to come up with some building block combinations, and I started to think about the texture pack, and I was probably the last person you should put in charge of a texture pack. Now, I don't know what you guys think about this texture pack, but I thought having a whole bunch of new materials to build with, you know, all of these different colours and such would be really awesome. And maybe they are. Maybe the texture pack's alright. Maybe I did a decent job of it, but I have always struggled with the building. I find it's one of those things you've got to put a lot of time into to make it work. And I just find the Game Mode 4 texture is so difficult to work with. Now, what do we have on me? I've got one fire resistance potion. Okay, we're going to play things a little bit risky. I decided I wanted to use the nether brick texture in our build, and I didn't think it looked especially great, so I might go back and actually rework it and use... Oh, this is good. We've got a way in and out over here. And use that coal block texture, because that one was really nice as well. And when you get close up with this one, it's actually not quite as nice as it looks from a distance. I definitely think it looks better from a distance. But yes, I thought, hey, why don't we use the nether brick texture in our rooms? So I'm going to harvest some of this stuff up, but when we go back over there, I'll have all of it built so you can see what it looks like and you can see what I'm talking about when I say I struggle. But at least I found something that doesn't look too horrible, so I'm just going to build the room and let it be, because its function's probably more important than the aesthetics, although I always like to try and put a bit of effort into that because yeah, it's nice to be in a cool looking room. Anyway, let me gather loads of this nether brick, we'll get back over there and build that room up. Right as I hit record, I noticed there's a couple of blocks missing over here. Let's quickly go put those in place. And yes, I was about to say, in survival, you don't have all the time in the world to make your mind up, and after I changed around the blocks and included some coal, which I thought looked really good, I now realise this room is lacking colour, and it's a little bit dark and gloomy. And there you go, that's the layout. Very clean, very just simple patterns on the ground. Not a work of art, I know. I think maybe some sea lanterns down here actually would be a better idea. Let's chuck those in, and already it's illuminating the room. And a tiny little bit of colour comes with it, I guess. And yeah, actually that makes quite a big difference. It definitely needed to be brighter in here. So this wall over here is going to be relatively white because I felt like there was too much dark in the room. Over here is where we're going to have the cage, so we'll have a big glass wall to look through and see the farm in action. And that's kind of it, I guess. Yeah, not too much else to comment on. This is obviously the nether brick that I've included. Throw in a few stairs so there's a little bit of texture and shape to break it up. Not texture, but shape. You know what I'm on about, and it looks alright, but I don't know. If we had creative mode and I could just play around, flying around, changing out the materials all the time, I could probably come up with something, but it takes me so long, and I've said that so many times now, you're probably sick of hearing it. So I guess we're going to move on to the next thing now. I'm not sure what I'm actually going to do next, but it'll probably be a good idea to get the room over here in place. And also, I never really thought about the station. It's just going to come straight into this room, and I think what we'll do is maybe have a block here, or maybe even a little bit of hidden redstone to push the block out from the ground, but some sort of stopping system here with a powered rail, just something very simple in the middle of the room. So a quick update, you can see we've got the basics for this little room right here kind of sorted out, and we're going to put glass around the outside like in the test world, but then behind it is going to be snow, which I think might end up looking a little bit strange because as you can see the light from the lamps reaches the back wall over there and kind of illuminates them a little, which does look a tad strange, but I don't know, it's kind of on the way now, so we might as well finish it this way. And I just started laying in some blocks for the track, and this is quite contrasting next to the snow. Doesn't look especially good, but this is where the tracks are going to go, and I was just thinking maybe what we'll do is fill this all the way up with snow all the way to the top on that side, so it's just enough space that the Guardian needs to go up through here, and then our little tunnel is going to pass over the top and go into this room. And that actually looks a little bit too close. That has got to be too close. I've made some sort of miscalculation here, so I'll double check all of that. But yeah, then it's a case of just digging out these trenches on either side, and we're going to patch everything up out the back here with snow as well. And I've got a feeling it's not going to look too great when you look out the side and you can just sort of see all the snow. I don't know, I thought it would be a good idea at first, but now as we get further along it doesn't quite seem so. By the way, that block above there is where the spawner is going to go when we put it down later, so quite a bit of work to do at the moment, so I'm just going to continue on and let you know as we make some progress. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of redstone next, and these corridors look really cool actually once you throw in some sea lanterns. That makes quite a difference. I think the snow doesn't look as good when it's dark and gloomy. And we've got this little bridge right here, and I was a little bit worried that the Elder Guardian might take damage. They don't in the test world, which is kind of strange. It has to be one block lower, but the other thing is it's made out of a redstone block, which is technically translucent or transparent. I forget the definition, but you know what I mean. It's like glass. It can't actually crush a mob. So anyway, we're going to do a little bit of redstoning right here. I didn't give this too much thought, and also this is probably too much delay. But I figured you probably want a button on either side for symmetry reasons, and then what we can do is simply take that signal, send it down, and then it will power, depending on what side it's from, this bit of redstone and go straight into the piston. And then the powered rail isn't powered. Oh no, yes it will be. I did think this over, and I just forgot for a second. It's going to be powered by the button that's next to it, right? So as long as the delay isn't too long, this should work, and actually it might be, which means we're going to have to redo that redstone. But anyway, let's give it a shot. So we jump in here. This might not work. Oh, also it's kind of hard. Okay, press that first. and it sends you back down. Okay, I really thought that was going to be quite simple. So as soon as you power it, it's going to actually move regardless of whether or not there's a block next to it or not. I did not know that about downwards rails. I thought it was really good because when you come in here, let me show you, and you do that, it stops perfectly on the track here. But then I guess it's going to float back down again. Okay, looks like I've got to reevaluate that idea. So unless we power the rail from up above, I don't think there's any way to power it from below, because in order to send a signal upwards, you're probably going to end up using a redstone torch, and that's right next to where our piston is going to go. So what I think we have to end up doing is, let's fill in all of this, we don't need this now, is putting the buttons on the white blocks, which will bring them in a little bit, it'll look a little bit more out of place, but you know, it doesn't really matter. So they're going to power the redstone here. And then I haven't really thought about what goes after that. Probably this right here should do. And then they're going to point into those blocks because they're repeaters. I didn't really think this through. We need to have a block there, and then redstone like that. Yep, that's the way it will power the piston. Alright then, so let's fill all of this in. Remove that redstone like that. And this, in theory, should now work. So we need a couple of these blocks. I'm not 100% prepared here. That block in the middle, our rail. And then on either side we're going to have these two things. So when you come in, oh, I've put that in the wrong place. And I need to eat as well, I have noticed that. Do I have any food left? Yes, I do. So you come in on the minecart. Let's go simulate that. So that can go down the track. It's going to stop. Hopefully it doesn't go too far over. Press this button and it goes off. It could really do with a little bit more delay actually, because you want to press the button, then get in the minecart. And now that thing's gone. It's gone all the way down to the end, but the cactus will pick it up and put it back in the system. Okay, so I'll add a tiny little bit more delay. Actually, that'll be really simple, because all we've got to do is move the repeaters there. Then we can put the redstone there and have a block here, and it will power the block, and that will power the pistons. So easy stuff. And now we're going to move on to the actual redstone. This is only supposed to be a small little improvised thing, and it's taken a bit more time than I thought. So I've just been powering on through here, getting all of the redstone in place. Made a minor change to what we did in the test world. That is to put the torches over on this side, so they come up into the middle of this, which shouldn't really affect anything. Also, we've got a half slab above, so it's not going to get powered by the torch. And I decided to change these over to sea lanterns, so we actually have this place kind of illuminated. We illuminate out the back here as well, and of course the light will travel through the piston, so it just provides more light in this area. But also when we shut off the area at the top here for the Elder Guardians to not be able to fall down to the bottom, they should never take damage if they get caught in the middle on their way down, which will just be a slightly better thing overall. So to give it a quick test, we need a button, which I don't have, and also we're going to need a lever over on this side. Well, I'll test the other bit later because I need to put some items in the hoppers as well. But there you go, that little bit of the redstone works just fine. And that's pretty cool. So it's coming along well. This bit looks a lot better, this part of the room, I reckon, because of the lighter blocks. The rest of it is a little bit moody. But step by step we're getting there, so we've got to do the sort of top area now, which is going to be where the tracks come up to the top. They come around, and it's where the Elder Guardians get dropped down into this pool. So a tiny bit more to do, and this massive project is actually finished, which is pretty awesome. It's been surprisingly easy because of clearing out the room being so quick with the instant mine. If we didn't have that, it probably would have been pretty tedious, but otherwise it's saved a lot of time. Okay, I have powered on with this thing, done a load of building here, and yet to double check anything, but I do believe it is finished. So check it out. This is the area at the top here. I think it looks pretty cool actually, nestled in to all of this snow. We got some sea lanterns, which I put in a second ago, just to keep everything well lit up. You know, any dark patches on the ceiling, I think bats can technically spawn there. And a moment ago, a bat actually blew up the wall down here, even though I was on this side. So we should probably put some lights in the ceiling as well. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Okay, we're going to do that. But yeah, just having a look over this place, everything is kind of set up. A few things are very slightly different. And yeah, just got to double check it and then we can test it. So we're going to be bringing in a spawner all the way over here, which is going to be interesting. We've already got a track to get us half of the way there though, haven't we? That's going to be very helpful. So I guess, yep, I got some rails. We can lay them down like this and then bring them up into the room at the middle and get all of that thing set up for placing down the spawner. I got to go and double check how you do this because there it is again. It could blow up. It's a bat, by the way, if you can't hear it. I know my game sounds are a little bit lower than usual. Oh, it always worries me when you hear that. So yes, I think this time what you got to do is put the redstone block down and have the activator rail. Yeah, I'm going to double check because last time when I tried to put them back into the minecart, I got it the wrong way around, which is a little bit silly. In fact, I didn't use a piston, so that's the way you get it in. So I guess out will probably be with a redstone block, so we might as well do that now. But I will, of course, double check that. So I believe we're now going to have a temporary spider farm over here. Don't go that way. I saw that happening. These things, they seem to have so much push power because it came all the way around here and it went over this rail and managed to go up all of these as well, which is a little bit odd. I think there's something going on with the Game Mode 4 stuff that makes them move along a little easier. But up there you go. I was supposed to break that block and I forgot to. And there we go. So it doesn't place it if there's a block above. And that doesn't seem to break anything as well. So I'll pick these up from down below in a second. But there you go. We got it in place. So temporary spider farm. Except nothing's going to kill them except my sword. And yeah, we've got to go kill some guardians now and convert this thing over to a guardian spawner. So I thought we might have to do some guardian slaying. Check this out. We have killed a lot of them. 124. So what happens here is it's just going to deduct 50, right? So I'm going to reset it. No, it deducts 50. Cool. Awesome. Alright, so we've got our egg here to change it over. We've got a sponge as well. All we need to do now is pillar up there, stay away from these guys, and we got to throw it on top of it. Did I also... I put that up one block too high. I made it so that this room was one block higher than in the test world. Oh, okay, right, so we've got to lower that first of all by one block before we go and change it. Yes, that was a silly mistake that I made there. Okay, moved it down by a block. We can now get rid of this, and hopefully we don't get knocked off here. This should all be really simple now. So we're going to change it, going to chuck a sponge on top. Alright, moment of truth. Let's break that block there as well. We're going to replace that so it becomes a guardian spawner. Something hits me. Oh my god, we're taking damage. No! This is the worst time to fall in here. Oh my days. Oh my days. We need an exit plan. We need an exit plan. I've got one. We're going to go out the side here. Oh, that could have gone bad very quickly. Actually, we were quite fortunate to get out of there. Okay, that was a bit crazy. Oh, and our Elder Guardians are in here. It worked. And now it's full of spiders that want to kill me. Oh, okay, right. Down you go. Down you go. Come on. We don't want to fall in here again. And they're going to give me mining fatigue soon, aren't they? So we better clear this up real quick. I forgot about that. We now need... There it is. We now need a cow over here or something like that so we can get some milk nice and easy. Well, at least we got that bit done while we could. Looks like it's going to take me a while to break this block and the next one. Ah, but we've done most of the building now. We've done pretty much all of it. There's a few more blocks to place. I don't think it's going to be too much of a pain now, at least for these blocks right here. We've gone from instant mine to slowest mine ever, it feels like. But there you go, we did it. And I just filled that up with snow instead of glass. What am I doing? So silly. Awesome. Okay, so we can now put some minecarts on the track and just test this thing. There's nothing much else to do, is there? I don't want to do that right now then. Let's go have a look in the chest. We have some iron. Awesome. We need 2 of these, and then the farm can get up and running. So this is it. We might have it all sussed out right now. I double-checked everything here, by the way. It was all fine. So let's knock in the cart. It's going to pick up a guardian. Of course it is, because they're in there as well. Oh, that's not going to work as intended then, but we'll get rid of those eventually. Let's hop around the other side here and set up the one on this side. And it's going to be a guardian again, isn't it? It is. No surprise. Hello. Off you go. Let's get rid of that torch. And you've escaped. How did you get down here? I know. The area up top is not designed to contain a guardian. It's designed to contain an elder guardian. Okay, I thought one was dropping on top of me. Okay, we better eat while we're doing this. So, I think the other guardian fell in here. Let's have a look. Yep, he's in there as well. I don't know if he's going to get crushed. I haven't set up the crusher. I was supposed to bring a button with me. We can make one, but I haven't put the right amount of items in. One thing I'm supposed to do, and I forget each time. Oh, pretty cool. And, oh my god, it's going to take forever to break this ladder. Oh, amazing. That's a crazy noise. Slight problem I've made here. Now that I put this on the other side, it's going to work differently. That was quite a silly mistake, but that's going to be easy to fix if I didn't have mining fatigue, and I just drank a bucket of milk and straight away they put the effect on me again. So, is there any clever way I can invert the effect. Yeah, I think if I replace that torch, which is instant mine, so it should be with... Oh, is that a little bit of lag from the falling down? Oh, hello. Yep, of course that's going to happen. I think this actually just fixes it, just changing that to a piece of redstone. Yeah, that should be it just fine. Okay, we can give that a test now because we got a guy over here. And this has been set up for use with TNT, which I don't think I have a lot of at the moment. I haven't really thought about that. So we can't give this guy a whack unless we break the glass here, which isn't going to happen anytime soon. So as far as testing goes, I need to get a cow over here. And that's going to take me a lot of time, which I don't have at the moment. So I'm going to think about it because there's kind of not much more we can do here. Unless I've got some TNT lying around, then we could give it another test. I'm not in the right position, am I? Okay, so because... oh, and I can't break it. Because this is not like it was before, where that was on a downward slope. It now comes off the track. Amazing. I'll probably never get this right, will I? There we go. At least we're on our way now. Just because it's on the opposite side doesn't fix the problem. I didn't really think about it. It does actually need to be on the side over there. And I'm kind of stuffed at the moment. I can't really do much mining because of this mining fatigue. Oh dear, what a mistake I've made. Although I can place blocks. Now I think about it, if we remove those two right there, and we'll put the redstone back, we can do that. And actually, we can break these 3 blocks here just about, which means we can save the day and actually do a test. Okay, I was going to end it with a test, then I thought we might have to end it without. But it looks like actually we can pull this off. They all died. You can see the crusher is still extended. And they have the exact same amount of items in the timer. Yeah, something is wrong here and I can't put my finger on it. And I really have run out of time. I was hoping to get this thing 100% done today. Looks like it's going to take us a little bit longer. But you can see here we've made a tremendous amount of progress this episode, building everything that we built in our test world. So that's going to be it for this episode of Game Mode 4. As always, if you enjoyed it, please do leave a like. And remember, I said at the beginning, if you've got any ideas for projects you want to see me do here on Game Mode 4 that can only be done on Game Mode 4, so not vanilla projects, that looks absolutely amazing when you're in F5. That was so cool. I had no idea it did that. Awesome. Yeah, so leave a comment down below with a suggestion. But anyway, that's it. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.